Hello, and welcome to today's VC Task Force Gary's Picks event for investors and startups. My name is Joel Rosenberg, Director of Business Development and Strategy for VC Task Force. VC Task Force is an organization where the venture community comes together to address critical issues, provide workshops and other events for the benefit of the venture and entrepreneurial communities. VC Task Force provides access to an extensive ecosystem of VCs, corporate VCs, and angel investors. You may ask questions anytime during today's event, and time permitting, they will be answered live after the interview. It is my pleasure to welcome Gary's Picks host, Gary Fowler. Gary is CEO and co-founder of GSD Venture Studios, an award-winning growth stage AI venture studio. Gary is also co-founder of the award-winning AI startup Eva.ai, as well as the investment firm DY Investments. Today, Gary will be interviewing special guest, Dr. Sibyl Baladi, founder of Baladeau. Baladeau is developing a novel, affordable, reliable, and easy-to-use hydration level tests to assess body hydration status in real time. Baladeau's patent-pending technology will aid in understanding and preventing dehydration, thus contributing to improving health and wellness. Dr. Baladi earned her doctorate degree from the Faculty of Science at the University of Geneva, Switzerland, and completed her postdoctoral studies at the University of Berkeley in California. A biochemist by training and an expert in protein chemistry, her research focused on the study of key proteins in analytic laboratories of American, French, and Swiss universities, and in top-tier pharmaceutical and biotechnology companies, including Bayer, Bio-Rad, and Novo Nordisk. Dr. Baladi is the author of numerous publications, analytic methods, and patents. Take it away, Gary.
Thanks, Joel. It's great to have Sibyl here today. Hello, Sibyl. So tell me a little bit about it. How important is hydration to our health?
Hydration is crucial for our health. As you know, we can live without food for weeks, but we cannot live without water for a few days. So hydration helps the body to live, actually. It is, as I said, crucial for your health and wellness. And water, because water is essential for the body function, to regulate the body temperature, for everything, actually. To think, the brain needs water to develop ideas, to help neurons with their electrical system. It helps to digest, it helps to walk. Actually, it helps to do everything. Water is in our body to help us, to allow us actually to live.
So tell me a little bit about it. So if, let's say you don't have enough water, what happens? Besides dying, what happens to us?
So hydration, as I mentioned, is crucial for health. And there's an NIH publication in The Lancet, which is one of the biggest medical journals in the world, that has shown that low hydration increases the risks of being biological older. So if you have, for example, you are 50 years old, this is your chronological body, right? Your chronological age, 15 years old. If you do not hydrate optimally, you could actually have a body of 60 years old or 70 years old. Low hydration also increases the risks of developing chronic diseases, such as dementia, diabetes, heart failure, strokes, kidney failure. And low hydration also increases the risk, as you mentioned, of death, early death. So people, they die in their 60s instead of dying in their 80s. And there's also an NIH publication that was done with mice. It is preclinical studies. So they have shown, the research group has shown, the NIH research group has shown that if you restrict water for the mice, they die earlier and they develop diseases. They develop kidney diseases, they develop heart diseases, they develop neuromotor diseases. And they die 6 months earlier than mice that have had plenty of water in their diet. And 6 months, sorry, corresponds to about 15 years for human. So it is similar. The mice and the human, they have a similar effect on low hydration. Mice, they live less, they die earlier compared to mice without water. They develop chronic diseases and die earlier, and human with less water, without water intake, they develop chronic diseases, human, and they die earlier as well.
Well, tell us a little bit about your method. How do you solve it? Because I know, there's no like sequence of when you should drink water, right? I just drink when I'm thirsty, but how do you know when to drink, when to hydrate?
So most of the people, they just drink when they are thirsty, well, when they feel thirst. So the problem with that is usually when you feel thirst, when you have the sensation of thirst, you are already dehydrated, already underhydrated or hypohydrated. So your body, your cells, your organs, your kidney, your heart, your lungs, your brain, they already suffer of an underhydration. So this is too late. Usually when you drink when you feel thirsty, it's already too late for your body health. And also when you get older, usually people, they have less the sensation of thirst. Senior people, sometimes they don't even feel thirst anymore. So that's an issue. I have developed, thanks to my professional expertise and knowledge gained through my personal journey, I have developed a new hydration method, and I have self-published a book. It is here, Time to Hydrate, a new water-based health method. So my book describes the new hydration method, which is not based on the volume of water that you have to take, that you have to drink, because this depends, it is variable between individuals. So the volume of water depends of each of us. But my hydration method is based on the frequency of the timing of water intake.
How often should you drink water?
So again, it is in my book, Time to Hydrate. And you should read my book first. It is available on Amazon as an ebook and also as a paperback book. But in my book, I describe it about every half an hour.
So the people that do that, what are the differences? What studies have shown the differences between people that don't drink? Are there studies that do that where they've shown people who drink versus don't drink? Do their mental capacities change? What happens exactly?
This is very complex, and it is not fully known. And there's actually dehydration, the definition of, there's no consensus for the definition of dehydration. Because hydration in your body, the water in your body, it is extremely complex. Because the total body water turnover changes all the time.
Well, how much water do you have in your body? What percent of your body's water?
60%. So if you weigh, for example, 150 pounds, you have about 90 pounds of water in your body, 60%. And
so what happens, Sibyl, like let's say you're drinking Coca-Cola, right? So it's got some water in it. How does the body treat that compared to water?
Coca-Cola with sugar, there's a lot of sugar. So could be an issue if you drink only Coca-Cola and a lot of...
Oh, it could be Diet Coke. Could be Diet Coke, right?
Yes, Diet Coke, yes. So Diet Coke, it should be fine, yes. Ideally water, because Diet Coke, the pH is more acidic. So for people sensitive to pH or acid reflux, it could be detrimental for them. Water is neutral, right? The pH of water is neutral, so it won't affect your acidity of your stomachs, and If you have acidity issues, it's preferable to drink water. Ideally, water is the best option. But that being said, what is crucial is to take fluid, to intake sufficient fluid in your body, and frequently, right? Frequent consumption of fluid is essential for health.
So, you know, you look at it. So how do you turn this into a startup? What are you doing now to turn this into a startup?
Yes. So about a year and a half ago, I have written my book originally in French. I'm originally from Switzerland, from the French part, and French is my native tongue. So I wrote my book in French, and I submitted my manuscript to publishers in France and in Switzerland. And the feedback I received was positive, actually. They thought it was a good idea. So I developed my idea about hydration, right? A comprehensive approach of hydration. And I developed my idea about people should hydrate more in order to prevent the development of chronic diseases. People should hydrate more in order to live longer, longevity, right? Because as I said, water is crucial. You can exercise a lot, you can eat a healthy diet, but if you don't drink water, if you don't hydrate yourself, it's not useful. So again, hydration is crucial. And I thought,
Well, how do you turn it into a company though? So tell us about what your company does, because it's not about reading a book. How do you do that to help people?
So I thought there's an unmet need because people have to hydrate. The public health, they told us as soon as when I was young, I remember the public health authorities, they told us to drink 2 liters or which is about 80 ounces, 60 to 80 ounces of water per day, but nobody really applies this. So I thought we need to change the behavior of people in terms of hydration. And how do we do that? We need a new test to measure hydration, because all the current hydration level assessment methods on the market have serious limitations. Either they're invasive, you have to take the blood, or you have to pee on a urine test, or they are not precise. There's interference during the test. They are costly. You have to take the blood. It's time consuming. You take the blood, then you have to send the blood to a laboratory. It is costly. So all the current hydration level tests have limitations. So I thought we need a new, affordable, reliable, and easy to use hydration level test that people could use at home and that doctors could use to add credibility to their goal of encouraging people to hydrate more. So we need a new test, definitely, that could be used during the doctor's visits. So as you know, when you go to the doctor, they measure your blood pressure, your heart rate, your body temperature, and your oxygen level. They do not measure your hydration level, but they should.
And how do you do that, Sibyl? What kind of tests are you talking about?
So right now, my startup, so again, I have founded Baladeau, whose mission is to develop, as I mentioned, a new, affordable, reliable, and easy to use hydration level test to assess the hydration, the body hydration status in real time, right? We need something rapid. And there are several candidates right now. I am selecting the best candidate for the new hydration level test. Most like it could be like a COVID test. It's called lateral flow test, LFT. So a saliva test or a skin test, or it could also be an electrical test, which is called BIA, bioelectrical impedance analysis. There are several options, and right now I'm selecting the best option.
Wow, no, that sounds pretty interesting. So how often do they have to do the test, and what kind of people will use this test?
So the test is for everybody. Everybody could and should use the test in order to assess their hydration status, their body hydration status. People could use it when they exercise, or right now, I'm not even sure. Well, I'm following my method, but I'm not 100% sure if right now or tomorrow, or if I go swimming. I enjoy swimming. I live in the Bay Area where it's sunny most of the time.
Not like Switzerland, right?
It's not like Switzerland, no. In Switzerland, it's snowy, and well, it rains a lot. It's here it's the ideal weather all year long. So when I go swimming, maybe people could just check their hydration status before they exercise. Or for senior people, hydration is crucial for senior people, because as we age, we have less water in our body in terms of percentage of our total body mass. So, and senior people are since they have an older body, and since they have less water in terms of percentage in their body, they are more susceptible to dehydration. So senior people, they should check their hydration status maybe every day, every week, just to make sure that they are constantly optimally hydrated.
Kidney disease, it would be good because you could have them understand the hydration. You don't know. I don't think anybody knows unless you get a urine test, right? I think a urine test probably would tell you what level of water you have in your system. But other than that, you don't know what you don't know. You don't know if it's good or bad. I know one thing: when I get on a plane, I think I'm not going to drink any water because I don't want to get up if I'm on the window seat and try to get over everybody 5 or 6 times during a flight. Nobody gets happy,
Yes, but this is detrimental to your health, particularly during flights, actually, because in the cabin, in the airplane cabin, it is very it is very dry, actually, and people get dehydrated a lot. And there's quite often, females, they faint, or even males, but mainly females, they faint in airplanes because they are dehydrated. So we should drink more when we fly, but we should follow my hydration method.
No, that's great. So, if you look at it, what's your vision? How many countries in the world, or who's your target for this, and how fast are you going to get something out to them?
So my target is global. There's a global need for a new hydration test everywhere. This test should be sold in everywhere, all the countries, and also particularly in the developing countries where there's a lot of issues regarding dehydration, but sometimes it's because they don't have potable water. But dehydration, again, is crucial for life for young children as well. So my target is global, and how soon, hopefully to end of 2025 or 2026, there could be a new test on the market.
Well, that's amazing. I know here recently, I'm down at my house in Florida. I think I told you about this. There was a football player that just died died of dehydration, right? They said. And, it's just, sometimes we forget how important it is wherever you are. You're right about that. So we're coming up to the top of the show. So closing thoughts from your standpoint, Sibyl, and how do people get a hold of you?
So people can contact me on LinkedIn, or they can also look at my website, baladeau.com. There's a link where people can send messages, and the closing thoughts would be to hydrate is to live.
Yeah, I love that. That's fantastic. I love that. Well, thanks for taking time.
Now is the time to hydrate.
Yeah, so pick up Sibyl's book. You'll like her book. Thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule today to join us, Sibyl. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Oops.
Yep. Yeah, now we see it. It was like there's invisible water.
Yeah. There we go. I always have my my hot ginger water with me at all times.
Very good.
So I toast your hydration efforts and creating awareness around it. Absolutely critical for our audience and for everybody in life. Um, thank you so much, Gary. Another great interview. Sibyl, thank you so much for being our guest this week. And we'll see everybody back here in 2 weeks for the next edition of Gary's
Stay safe, and stay healthy. We'll see you again. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Take care.